Hey up YouTube, how's it going? Simon here. Welcome to another Final Fantasy VII Remake update video. And today Square have just put out a new press release for the game, and it's mostly to show off the new box art for the North American release. But in fact, there's a couple of other screenshots that have taken my eye and I want to show those to you. But anyway, at first I thought we could just take a quick look at the box art, which clearly plays homage to the original Final Fantasy VII box art, I believe, for the North American market. At least as far as I remember anyway, the UK version of the PlayStation game only had the logo on the box. But if you've seen the US version, then this is definitely playing homage to that. So I wonder how the European box art is going to be, whether it will be the same as this or something more similar to the original European box art for the game. I did actually have the original PC version still, which I managed to find. I seem to remember it being the same as the one that we see here, but obviously there's some differences because we got Cloud standing in front on the PC version. Looking away from Midgar as opposed to looking towards it, but still very similar. And the colour scheme, you know, it's got that light whitish, light bluish colours, the same colour scheme really. But it's good to see that Square are, you know, keeping things pretty close to what the original gave us in terms of that nostalgia factor. But obviously, this is still definitely the remake. So yeah, what do you guys think of the box art anyway? Please do share your thoughts in the video comments. But the other screenshot that I really wanted to show you was this one down here. This is the first time, as far as I'm aware, we've got to look at the Materia system in terms of the menu Materia system for the remake. Now, clearly this is towards the start of the game, so we're seeing the Materia system in the early stages of the player is going to be able to use it here. We can see that this particular game has only been played for less than an hour, and Cloud is still using the Buster Sword with the Iron Bangle. But I've got to say, there's clearly some similarities here to the original Final Fantasy VII, but with some updates also. Now, of course, in the original Final Fantasy VII, you just wouldn't have had any summon materia by this point. As a matter of fact, you wouldn't have had any at all whilst going through the Midgar portion of the game. That's the portion of the original game that the remake is actually remaking. But you can see here with the Buster Sword that we have the two slots that are linked together. We got that with the original Buster Sword, but then it seems we have this third slot over on the right hand side. Now this might be limited to only summon materia, and that got me thinking as the way that summon materia is going to work in this game. I suspect, I could be wrong, obviously we'll have to find out when the game's released, but I suspect that summon materia is going to have to go in its own dedicated slots, and there's probably only going to be space for one summon materia per character. So I don't think you could stick this summon materia, I'm guessing Ifrit or whatever, or Shiva perhaps, would be able to slot into either of these three materia slots. I suspect it has to go into this slot here, and I'm guessing that's the summon materia icon. So I'm guessing the reason for that is to prevent the party from being overpowered, because the summons look amazing. Let's be honest, if you could probably have 4 or 5 equipped on a single party member, you'd probably do that. So it seems you're going to have to make choices. That's the way I guess it's going to work, which means you're going to have one dedicated slot for whichever summon materia you choose to equip on that party member. And then all your other materia slots are going to be dedicated to your various other magics and what have you. And we can see that the person here has equipped the elemental materia, which is the blue materia here, and I like the fact you get this beautiful close-up shot of the materia that you've currently got selected. That just looks gorgeous, doesn't it? And it looks like it's going to be using the same progression system as in the original game, which I've got to say I'm a huge fan of, that they brought that back. We can see that we've got the AP system. Heck, I'm pretty sure even the numbers are the same. I'm sure it was 5,000 AP required to level your materia to 2 in the original. Seems to be the case here as well. So the elemental materia is currently level 1. We can see what it does over here. As a level 1 materia, and then we can see how it's going to be updated as we level that materia up. Now, of course, in the original game, and as is the case here, blue materia, in this case the elemental materia, only has an effect when it is linked to other materia, such as green materia or magic materia. And we can see that in Cloud's Buster Sword, they have the elemental materia equipped or junctioned, or whatever you want to call it, linked with, linked, that's the phrase, look, that they're using here, linked with this green materia, which appears to be Blizzard. Yeah, you can see it on the sword here. I think that's a great effect, actually. You add an elemental materia to whatever element you want, and it appears to actually add some kind of enchantment effect to the player's weapon. That's awesome. You never got that in the original, so that's a nice touch right there. And then, of course, we have the purple materia, which I'm suspecting is going to be cover, perhaps. I'm pretty sure most of the materia in the original game is going to be present here in the remake. There's one we haven't seen yet, which I really hope is going to be present, and that's enemy skill materia. Enemy skill was one of my favourites in the original Final Fantasy VII, and I would love to see it make a return here for the remake. But if there's one takeaway then that I'm going to get from this particular screenshot, it's that Square are really sticking close to the original with the materia system, and that's definitely something that I am very much pleased to see, and I can't wait to see how the system is going to evolve as we continue to play through the game. But yes, if I've missed anything here, then please do share your thoughts down in the comments section. I guess the only other thing worth mentioning is that we do have the attributes here on the materia screen as well. It is equipment and materia, so perhaps as with the original, equipping materia, unequipping materia is going to have an effect on stats, which is why we get it all in the same window. Just something worth noting. And as a bit of a bonus, of course, you can check all these out at your leisure. The other screenshot I wanted to briefly show you was this beautiful shot here of Tifa's bar, 7th Heaven, and this game just continues to excel in terms of the presentation and the art and the graphics and just all of that good stuff. I think it's potentially going to be one of the best looking games on the current gen systems. I really, really do. I actually think this game looks better than Final Fantasy XV. I can't wait to get stuck into it. The bar itself is a little bit different to the original. I seem to remember the original saying Texas or something above the door. You could just kind of make that out. That seems to have gone, which always seemed kind of strange to me, seeing as how, it wasn't actually set in Texas or anything in the original game, and yet we had, all of those symbols to parts of America and stuff in the original, so it looks like they're going to be removed here for the remake, which kind of makes sense, I suppose. This is, some of the planet as far as we know. But anyway, guys, yeah, what do you think of this screenshot? This looks really cool, I think. And obviously this is where we're going to first meet Tifa. We see a clip of that in the trailer where she's sitting down at the bar. But anyway, folks, that's what I wanted to show you. So I'll leave a link to the press release down in the video description. You can check out all these other screenshots. The ones I haven't checked are still very good. But of course, it's good for me to leave those for you in your own time. But thanks for stopping by today, and for more Final Fantasy VII Remake news, make sure you stick around the channel. Make sure to share it with you as soon as it becomes available. See you next time.